Darrell here, and I want to talk about the two key areas where we apply force to create a revenue flywheel. In Good to Great, the legendary Jim Collins talks about the importance of disciplined execution in great businesses. And a huge part of disciplined execution is creating flywheels. Now, back in the old days, those old engines in the factories, we had these flywheels that started slowly, and the more force that was applied to that flywheel over time, at some point it started spinning and it was nearly impossible to stop. Well, we need a revenue flywheel for our business that propels us forward to drive exponential revenue growth. And in the book, Jim Collins talks about how do you get a flywheel going? How do you get it in motion and accelerate the motion? And there's only one way to get a flywheel going, and that's applying consistent force over a long period of time. You can't just push a flywheel one time and expect it to go. You need to keep it rolling. Now, when it comes to creating a revenue flywheel, that is processes that drive exponential growth in your business. There are two key areas where you need to apply force, and they're simple, but they're critical. One is net new and the other is cross-sell. Net new, we're landing new business. Cross-sell, we're continuing the growth inside the current account and applying force as we cross-sell additional products and services. So net new is important. It's where we start. But as my friend Mark Hunter says, you don't close a deal, you open a relationship. So a lot of companies I see will apply force when it comes to net new. They've got prospecting, they've got a lead gen system in place. They do a great job at closing business. But when it comes to the second part of the flywheel, cross-sell, there's really not a whole lot going on. You know, here and there may be some follow-up by salespeople, there may be some marketing, but there's not consistent processes in place to apply force on a regular basis on the cross-sell. So if you think about the flywheel, you get pressure going on the net new, which is great, but you miss the bottom cycle part of the flywheel, the cross-sell, and that's what keeps things going. What I've noticed in working with businesses of all types and sizes across multiple industries is that most businesses tend to be good at one or the other. They're either really good at net new, but they don't do a great job of cross-selling to their current clients, or they're great at taking care of their clients and growing inside their client base. But if they're honest, it's been a long time since they intentionally landed net new business. So what I would say is, if you want a revenue flywheel that's going to drive exponential growth inside your business, you need to consistently apply force in both net new and cross-sell revenue. What I would say to you is, if you go, Darrell, hey, we're great at net new. We got sales team that gets out and gets it done. We've got a good lead flow, but we're not really good after the sale and expanding inside our current accounts. Put processes in place for cross-sell. On the flip side, if you're great at cross-sell, you take wonderful care of your clients, you've grown revenue inside your client base, that's great, but put processes in place for net new business. And inside Revenue Growth Engine, we outline the core processes for net new and cross-sell. They're like the cylinders of the engine. And what I want to say is, as you get consistent force applied in both of those areas over a consistent, extended period of time, that flywheel is going to be able to generate momentum. And at some point, you're going to see a flywheel that propels exponential revenue growth for your business, maybe to levels you never thought were possible. If you'd like to learn more, you can get a complimentary copy of the Revenue Growth Engine book on our website. Just go to revenuegrowthengine.com/book. And I'd love to share some ideas with you on how you can get that flywheel in place so your business can enjoy exponential growth.